First, want to shout out Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders in Colorado, because I don't think I've ever stayed up in my life till 3 a.m. to watch a college football game. Not even my alma mater, Penn State. I don't think that's ever happened. So definitely love what they're doing out there. Love the movement. Love what it's meant to the culture. But when I was forwarded this article from USA Today, I knew I had to react to it. Obviously, with the enactment of the NIL, players these days are able to monetize themselves. You're able to get brand deals, be able to generate revenue while still in school, which wasn't the case when I was in college. I had a lot of friends that probably could have really, really benefited from NILs and brand deals during that time. And I see Coach Prom, I see what he's doing, I see how they're marketing themselves and being able to capitalize, which is great. The whole thing with the blenders, and the thing going back and forth with Colorado State's coach, I think highlighted, just the brand awareness, and he was able to generate millions from what I've read, just, putting them on and having people like The Rock and a few others wear the sunglasses as well. With that, I knew when I saw the article and just reading exactly just the spending habits of Shedeur, I was like, okay, it kind of triggered me. Because first he mentioned, driving a Maybach, then again with a Cullinan, and I was that guy back in college. Anybody who knows me, I was the guy. I had the little BMW, I had the TVs in the dash, had the rims, had to kit it out, driving around State College, just living life, which is great. But I knew I wasn't going to be any top, draft pick in the NFL, so I should have been a little more cautious with how I was spending. Because let me tell you, when I think about how much I spent on just tricking out my car, if I would have invested that money, just $5,000-6,000 at that time, if I would have put that in, say, a blue chip stock like Apple, I did the math. The money I spent on those rims and the TVs in my car would have amounted to about $1.1 million. You talk about fumbling the bag? Yeah. So reading the article and just seeing the spending habits, I know that they have good people around them that are going to help them at least make sure that they're positioned for long-term wealth. But there are a lot of people who may not have that type of team around them to help them along. So this is mostly for those people. But at the same time, you have to look at what happens when you do have that type of economic windfall so early in life. You see it, I see it, and it's just like, all right, we don't want another person to end up on another episode of Broke, because we all saw that when that came out, the number of players that do fall into financial hardship after their playing days are over. And we do have to look at, okay, being very smart when we do get money early in life. Personally, I know that, being in the real estate industry, the amount of money that was spent on a Cullinan or a Maybach, if you just take that hypothetically, which is about $300,000, and put that into, let's say, an investment property, getting you a decent cap rate, 7-8%. In the time that you just let it sit during your playing days, that $300,000 investment easily could double or maybe even triple in that time frame. And I think that, it's important to kind of just keep pushing that message about smart financial literacy, smart investing, particularly within the real estate space, because there's so many opportunities these days. So looking at that article, I was just like, wanting to just at least say something in regards to, real estate, just the sports industry, and the opportunities that a lot of players are going to have with, the opportunities that the NIL allows them. Making sure that they look at long-term, wealth creation with the windfalls that they'll get now while they're still in their playing days.